Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be testing out and wear testing the new Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I know I've been doing a lot of first impressions and wear tests and foundation reviews here on my channel. I love testing out new base makeup and new foundation products, and the other day I was shopping at Ulta and came across the Essence Pretty Natural Foundation. If my camera wants to focus, there we go. When I saw this, I knew this was something I had to grab. You guys know I love affordable foundation. I really like Essence as a brand, and this is also hydrating and natural, which is one of my favorite types of base makeup to wear recently. So I knew I had to grab this. It just sounds like absolutely everything I love in a foundation. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be giving you guys my first impression and also wear testing the foundation. It says it has 24-hour long-lasting hydration, but of course I'm going to do my typical like 8-hour, 9-hour wear test possibly. So I'm really excited to jump on into this. I hope you guys enjoy seeing this video, and let's go ahead and get started. I want to start testing out this foundation. As I said, I picked this foundation up at Ulta Beauty. I have to say the outer packaging of this, like the actual carton that this comes in, really caught my eye. It's super clean and sleek. It has like the shape of the tube on here. It is a tube foundation, but I just loved this outer carton. It does retail for $6.99 at Ulta. In the actual Ulta store, they only had about 6 to 7 shades on display, so there were kind of slim pickings there, but on Ulta Beauty's website, I will throw up a picture. There are 16 shades. Hello you guys, so I'm editing this video, popping in a little bit after. So I just checked Ulta's website and there's 16 shades, but on Essence's website there are 31 shades, and the shade range is actually pretty good. So I'm definitely happy to see that. I should have done more research before I was chatting so much about it in the video, but there are 31 shades of this foundation, which I think is awesome for a drugstore foundation. I definitely think it's nice and evenly distributed, and you guys will see in the photo the full shade range. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys quickly on that. So 31 shades, which I'm really happy about. I picked up the shade 40 Neutral Vanilla. The carton is very misleading, I would say. There's even a sign on the Ulta display that says the shade on the carton is darker than the shade that you are actually getting. I have such high hopes for this foundation. I feel like the actual description is everything I like in a foundation. It says it's a hydrating, natural, medium coverage finish, weightless, lasts up to 24 hours. It's formulated with hyaluronic acid and aloe vera, which I absolutely love on my skin. And it is also gluten-free, oil-free, alcohol-free, paraben-free, and vegan. So definitely checks off a lot of boxes when it comes to what I'm looking for in a foundation. And you are also getting 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces of foundation in here, which is pretty standard. A lot of like standard drugstore and high-end foundations have 1 fluid ounce. So I think $6.99 is a really, really great price for the amount of product that you are getting in here. I'm going to go in and prime and prep my face as I always would. I already have on my SPF and moisturizer for a few hours. It's kind of soaked into my skin. Now I'm just going to smooth out my texture and my pores with my favorite ever e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I probably will never stop using this stuff. It's actually amazing. I've always been really intrigued by Essence, and I've always wanted to do a full face of their makeup. So you guys will have to let me know if that is something that you want to see here on my channel. I love their price point, and so far what I have tried from them, their mascara, I've tried a lip gloss from them, I believe, and maybe an eyeshadow, but definitely their Lash Princess mascara is my favorite. I'll definitely do a full face of Essence on my channel if that's something you guys are interested in. I just squeezed out some of the foundation on the back of my hand. It's definitely a very, very thin, watery, and runny consistency, as you guys can see, and it does have fragrance to it, which no, I just don't get it. I don't like foundations with fragrance. There's no reason to have perfume in a foundation, honestly, but if it fades fast, it doesn't really bother me that much. I just hate when I could actually smell it throughout the day. So as you guys can see, I'm going to go in with a brush first on this half of my face. The shade is a teeny tiny bit light on me right now, but that's going on super, super nicely. Wait, I actually feel like that matches my neck so good now that I'm kind of taking a second look. Unless it's darkening as I'm putting it on, but it actually matches really well. Finally, a good shade match in a foundation video. I'm honestly just so shocked at how beautiful this looks on the skin right now. It applied so easily with the brush, and I said this in one of my last videos. I've been more into a brush with foundation again. I definitely was on the sponge bandwagon for a while, but I really just liked the ease of brushes and how quick and easy they are. But look at my skin right now, you guys. This foundation looks amazing on the skin. Wow. Especially compared to the side of my face with no makeup on, like, hello, this looks amazing. I'm going to do the other side of my face with my sponge just to see how it looks. Definitely getting lighter coverage with the sponge for sure. I don't know if my sponge is kind of soaking some of it up, but a lot more is peeking through, and I'm not getting really anywhere the same amount of coverage on this cheek than I did on this cheek with the brush. I feel like it's a really, really big coverage difference. I'm switching back to a brush on this side just to try to even out the coverage, but I think since it is such a thin, watery, and runny consistency, the sponge kind of just soaked it up. Just taking a teeny tiny bit more on my forehead. My forehead is a bit dry right now, so it's kind of clinging and not spreading as easily as the rest of my face is a little bit more hydrated. All right, so here is one layer down of the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. Impressed is 100% an understatement right now, you guys. I am absolutely obsessed with, loving how this foundation is looking on the skin. It's definitely oxidizing a teeny tiny bit. It was slightly light when I first applied it, but I almost felt like it just got like half a shade darker and almost adjusted to be really almost perfect for my skin tone. Day to day, I don't really think I would go in with any more of this. I'm very, very happy with how the skin is looking and where the coverage is at. But I think just for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna take a little bit more right on my lower cheek right here. I have a little bit of scarring going on, just to see if it is buildable or if it would get like cakey if you build it up. I just want to see for the purpose of this video, because it does kind of feel like it would be a cakey formula if you kind of put too much on. Oh wow, actually I was wrong. It's building really, really nicely on the face and definitely does add a little tiny bit more coverage, but like I said, I don't really think I need it too much after completing one layer of this foundation. It looks really, really great on its own. This is actually reminding me a ton of my Maybelline Superstay, which is my holy grail favorite foundation ever, as well as the Believe Beauty foundation. This is reminding me a lot of those two foundations, which are some of my favorites. As I said, the Maybelline is my holy grail, so that's a really big compliment for me to give a new foundation. I am so impressed, you guys. I cannot wait to see how this foundation wears throughout the day. So I'm quickly going to go ahead and finish up my face, come back and give you guys some thoughts. We'll see how it's looking, and then we will go ahead and jump on into the wear test in a bit. So I will be right back. I'm going to finish up my face. I just went ahead and finished up the rest of my face, and I don't even know how to describe how much I am loving how this foundation is looking right now. My bronzer, blush, and highlighter, everything, they just went on so smooth. I had such just a easy breezy time finishing up my makeup. I definitely think we have a winner. Hopefully we don't get any reactions. Hopefully it doesn't wear too bad throughout the day, but we are definitely going to test it at least for 8 hours today. It is already 1:18 p.m. I finally got a new phone, you guys. I upgraded from the 8 Plus to the iPhone 12. It was definitely that time for me. I started the initial application time around noon, so noon is going to be the time we are going to wear test from. And as I said, I want to get between like 8 and 9 hours in, because it does claim to have 24-hour wear, which is totally impossible. I would never leave my makeup on for that long. But to me, if it lasts at least 8 hours, I'm a happy camper. And at that point, I could pretty much tell if it's going to last longer or if it's like starting to break down, and I don't think it'll last for, you know, the rest of my day, pushing 10 to 12 hours. I will see you guys later around 8 or 9 p.m. to wrap up this wear test, and you guys can see how the foundation has held up. Hi, you guys. It is the end of the day now. It is 9:45 p.m. So I've been wearing the foundation for 9 hours and 45 minutes, almost 10 hours now, which is so impressive. I wasn't going to wear it this long originally, but I got a little sidetracked, but I'm actually happy. I definitely think the longer time that I get to wear a foundation, the better, so I could really see how it performs if I have to wear it all day long. I think it looks amazing, you guys. The foundation looks almost brand new and seriously almost perfect on the skin. I would say the one little difference that I see in the foundation is that it looks a little bit more dewy, a little bit more hydrating than when I first applied it. When I first applied this foundation, it had definitely more of a natural finish. It wasn't matte or even semi-matte. It was just super natural looking on the skin. But now that it's really been worn and has been sitting on my skin, maybe some of my natural oils are starting to peek through. It's definitely very hydrating looking on the skin, very lively and luminous, but I wouldn't say it's oily or greasy at all. I think maybe if you are someone who has very, very, very oily skin where you can't wear anything that claims to be hydrating or anything with hyaluronic acid, I still think that you would like this if you just used a mattifying primer, maybe in the center of your face or on any of your oily areas, because it's not giving me a very greasy feel. And even on areas where I do tend to have more oil seeping through, like around my eyebrows and the corners of my nose right here, I'm not very greasy. So I definitely don't think this is overly hydrating. So I think if you are very, very oily, this would work really beautifully with a mattifying primer. I definitely think it's just everything that I could want in a foundation. It's just so perfect on the skin. I'm so happy with how it held up, and I definitely can see myself using this on a day-to-day basis. As I said earlier, this reminds me a lot of my Holy Grail Superstay foundation, just with the formula, the coverage, and the finish on the skin. But now even with how it lasts on the skin and how it kind of melts and becomes one with the skin a little bit, it's reminding me of the Superstay even more, that I've had it on for so long. I just cannot believe it looks this good for 10 hours of wear. And I haven't touched up. I never touch up when I do wear tests, so you guys can see how it actually performs untouched. And honestly, at this point, I feel like I could wear it for even longer, maybe like 2 to 5 more hours, and it would still look really good on the face. I really think you could probably get like maybe the 24 hours of wear like it says on the packaging, but realistically maybe like 12 to 15 hours if you're someone who wears your makeup for that long. I definitely recommend it. The Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation from Essence is a win for me. Go run out and buy this right now, especially for $6.99. This is performing a lot better than some high-end foundations that I have in my collection, and I'm just so happy that this one worked out. I absolutely love it. All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. That is my first impression and wear test and everything like that on the new Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing today's video and spending time with me today. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.